New numbers suggest more asylum seekers and illegal immigrants are now crossing the southern border in Arizona.
Port of entry that is now closed in Lukeville, Arizona, due to this influx of illegal migrants coming through.
Tonight, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas called the immigration system broken.
I'm very grateful for this extraordinary turnout, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And this is my second trip to the border. I was in Yuma a couple of months ago, and I learned a lot. I spent 3 days there meeting with local officials, law enforcement officials, people from the hospital systems, people from the rape centers. It was one of the most important educational efforts that I've made since beginning this campaign. The opening of the border and the influx that's coming in is an existential threat to our country and to our values, and I really want to focus today on what your ideas are for how we can stop this as quickly as possible.
Procedurally, the way it happens for the cartel is there's a coordinator in Tucson or Phoenix, and then a coordinator on the south side, Naco or Agua Prieta. And they're coordinating drivers to come down to our county to transport the undocumented individuals into Tucson, Phoenix. So a load car typically is going to have a driver, a passenger to run kind of comms, and then between 4 and 10 migrants.
How are these people recruited?
Almost all of them are off of Snapchat, Instagram, etc. And they just set their little digital fence, their post will go to anybody within that fence. So as an example, 17-year-old kid from Brophy High School, which is like one of the top schools in this state, private school. He's recruited off of Snapchat. And he says, look, everyone in my school knows this is how you make money, ever.
How much do they get paid?
It used to be $700 a body, now it's up to $1,500 per body that you successfully get to Phoenix.
The load car drivers, load cars that come through town, we have 2 major thoroughfares, come through town doing 100, 105, 115 miles an hour. The citizens of Sierra Vista are just to the edge right now. We have a high school that's on one of the major thoroughfares through town, as well as many schools. There's been there's been chases that has ended up probably 100 feet from one of the elementary schools.
I represent 22 school districts. Students cannot learn if they're scared. Teachers cannot teach if they're constantly looking over their shoulders. We have illegal people coming over, jumping the fences, knocking on the doors, shaking the doors, trying to get in. We also have problems with students who are stepping over bodies.
The dead bodies, those are of migrants who
Yes.
died of exposure.
Yes, sir. With this one particular one, the body was tossed out of the car, elementary school student going to the school bus. We're talking about out in the rural areas, almost in the middle of nowhere, getting on the bus, and now they're witnessing that. How can a student learn? Seeing something like that and then sharing it with their classmates. And again, the doors rattling, people trying to get in, trying to get water. These are our schools. These are some things that is not normal. And this is where I'm talking about we have to be strategic.
President Obama was the first president to remodel the wall. He left office, it fell into Trump's administration. Then Trump was the first president to extend the barrier, first president to extend it. And then Biden came in and shut it all down by claiming the southwest border a non-emergency. And instead of working with locals, working with the experts of Border Patrol, working with sheriffs, mayors, and governors, that has not happened. I hand-carried to Secretary Mayorkas a 16-point action plan how to secure the border. Months later, I asked him, I said, the sheriffs were asking, where are we at with that, Mr. Secretary? The quote to me was, did you give me something, Sheriff? So when President Biden took over, he declared the southwest border a non-emergency, which shut down all the developments here on the border.
Just to get this straight, this part of the fence was built by the Obama administration.
The new this is a model from the Obama administration.
And then President Trump purchased all this material, these huge piles, a mile of material here, to complete the fence over that hill. And you can see the ditch, you can see the cut. And the day that he took office, President Biden issued an order shutting down construction, and all of this material now is...
This is a very small percentage of the material still left. The majority of it, 90%, has been shipped out and sold as scrap. Salvage, yep. Top of the hill, come down, there's a tree to the left. That's where the scout system that we'll see every day. Cartel scout. He directs the traffic across.
Is there a cartel scout up there right now?
He's up there right now. I guarantee
Oh.
he's up there.
The policies of the administration, they've done the exact opposite of what they're intending. If anybody thinks that because human bodies are coming across that drugs are not, they're sorely mistaken. It's all a game.
And do you think it's just pettiness that he wanted just to, anything Trump wanted is bad, and therefore...
And then everything that President Biden wants is bad too. It's both sides of the aisle that just can't come together with a common goal to go, hey, let's figure this out. It's no, stop. Just come to the middle of the road.
Another thing really to consider is how much of an enormous political football the border has become and how much of an impediment that is. At this very minute in Washington, D.C., we're just seeing political rancor. And I just think it's very important for independents like yourself to keep up the fight, because only the voice of the independents can make any kind of wedge in this issue. I'll pass.
I agree with that. Thank you.